I watched a lot of your videos. They're amazing.
Oh.
And I put the question actually in Telegram also, but I thought maybe I'll just ask it directly also, because I'm curious about this like physical aspect of awakening that I just realized recently, that it's like this contraction, or a lot of people that I watch talk about this physical contraction in the body that kind of lets go, or so I just wonder if you also have this perception, or
Yeah, totally. But there's two different things that are contracted. I'm just gonna have to mute you while we speak because you've got an echo. I'll mute you in a second. So there's two things that happen. There's the opening of the chakras, and then there's the expansion. And they don't necessarily happen one after the other. So it's not like you open all your chakras and then there's an expansion. Yeah, and sometimes people expect the opening, or they think that the opening of the chakras is the release. So what I mean by chakras is like if you go into your chakra areas, you have chakras all over your body, and you've got main ones. I've never been taught really officially. This is from my own experimenting and then doing lots of classes in chakras, but I'm not like an expert. This is my experience of it. So they say that you've got chakras all over your body, and you've got the main chakras in your body, in the line here. So if you go to your throat, if you go to your heart, you might notice that it's either numb, open, or there's like energy in there. And so sometimes people think that the end of contraction is the end of that, whereas the chakras to me are on a human level, and it's to do with emotions and your involvement and interaction with life. And when you get into this process, they do begin to open, and it goes from just being in your head to in your body. And when your body wakes up, you begin to feel those emotions and feelings. So that is what tends to happen, but it's not about the chakras being open. Like what happens as you go along the path is a lot of the blocks in them begin to fall away. So they naturally then open and close, and you're not just getting stuck closed. But they're meant to help navigate life. So if you're in front of someone that's abusive, then the chakra in your heart area is meant to close, and then there's meant to be a moving away from it. Or if you're in a fearful situation, then the chakra, say in the sacral area, your solar plexus, is meant to close and then moving away. It's like, I always think of them like traffic lights. They're helping guide how to navigate life. So you've got your thoughts, which can help navigate, and you've also got all this energy in your body, which can help navigate. And it can help you discern, like how to relate with people. Yeah, they're really amazing. And some people think, and I think maybe I did too, that waking up would be an opening of all the chakras. So your heart is like really open, your throat is really open. But it's actually beyond that. It's beyond all feelings, and it's the perception. So the perception beyond personal perception, and the impersonal beings which aren't inside the chakras, but they feel like they're inside the chakras, or they feel like they're inside the body. It's about them stopping being apparently restricted to inside the body and going to everything. But often the closing of chakras creates seeking. So there's often a lot of correlation between the release of energy in the chakras and that the expansion happening. But that's because of the seeking element to it. That's because when your heart is closed, there might be a lot of pain there. So then there's a seeker that doesn't want that and then gets very mental about it and tries to avoid it. Or there's trauma and tries to avoid it. So it kind of feels very correlated. Like for me, when I was going through the strong process before the shift, there was lots of investigation into chakras and movement of energy, and releasing, and understanding, and shaking, all different types of things that happen. But there's still that carrying on after. I still have release from my chakras. I still can have blocks, but they no longer feel like an experiencer. They're an experience appearing in the way. They no longer feel like me. You see what I mean? Yeah, I'll ask you to unmute something. See, does that help in any way?
It does, but I'm curious about just like the sense of self. Would you say that's connected to the chakras, or that's something like when you don't feel like you're located inside your body anymore, or
no?
No. That's so cool. That's so, hard to wrap your head around.
Yeah.
But
so the feeling of the sense of self, its base feeling is agitation. This feeling agitated, feeling like it can't rest. It feels agitated, or so you can maybe feel it now. It's not the emotional energies in the body. It's this sense of not feeling like it's fully at home, that it can't quite rest. And that's the seeker. So it starts with seeking to be a form. It's seeking to, that's the first energy of it, like I am a form, and it's always got a sense of not being able to rest. And then that kind of makes it feel like there's actually something in it. Then it claims the chakra feelings, the emotions, the thoughts. It's this seeking energy. And that's like really good to kind of discern, even though it will go through being clear and unclear. So you will discern it, and then the mind will come in and you'll get confused again. That's what the mind does, it confuses things. But it's good to keep discerning. It's that agitation that is the problem, not everything else, not the world, not the feelings, not the body, not the pain, not the pleasure, not others. It's that agitation, that one that can't quite rest. And for some people, it often feels like it's behind the eyes or in the head. Some it can feel like it's in the heart or the throat, or sometimes it changes, but it kind of generally feels like you are something solid in here. Whereas actually, this is total emptiness. And you point the finger either way, it's like empty. There's nothing there. Does that touch on it more?
Yes, that it's so cool. I mean, I heard people describe it. Yeah, I love hearing you talk about it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, pleasure. Nice to meet you.